It was just that it was unfortunate because I was going with a guy who can help me do some filming so people can see what it means to be at the mountain. The guy got halfway that night. The guy got halfway. He vomited 12 times. Altitude sickness. Because the higher you go, the lesser the oxygen. So all of a sudden, your brain, you can't get enough oxygen for your brain.
So your brain is no longer sending information to the body.
Exactly. And
so even when you want to move, your brain is not part of it.
Exactly.
Car park at owner's risk.
Exactly. So you don't.
Your brain is saying, I'm not built for this environment. Please go back down.
Exactly.
Your body is saying, I am not in this space.
Yeah, exactly.
And you are saying, you know what? People conquered the laws of gravity and introduced the laws of lift. Yes. People conquered many laws and went to space.
Exactly.
I am going to do it. And then your body says to you, those people use machine, technology. You are using a body that is not designed for this.
Exactly.
But you're saying, as you're going, you're reprogramming your mind and say, don't worry, follow me.
Exactly.
Trust me, I own this body, you don't own me.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's crazy. I know how that is.
That was what I was experiencing. And at the same time, while thinking those thoughts, I have to now really hike. You have to climb the Rocky Mountains. Like with your trekking poles, you have to dig into, and this time around, we're digging it right into ice.
So is it not like slippery? Is it not cliffish where you can just slip and then you're at the bottom?
Yeah, it is. It is. It was getting to that point. Like you have to, like you can't see above, you can't look up and see above you without seeing, you can only see the rock covered with ice.
Because now there's body of cloud.
Exactly.
You are not over the earth surface into the cloud surface.
Exactly.
How do you deal with vision?
You have to take it one step at a time. That's the truth. Just one step at a time. Just what is right in front of you.
Is there anything like a guardrail that you can hold on to?
Nothing like that. Nothing like that.
And then there are other people climbing with you.
Yeah.
And in the human competitive nature, people might just want to kick you aside so that they get past.
And you don't want to do that at this point. There is this saying that there's something poli in Swahili. They said poli. They'll keep telling you poli, slow. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do anything that will consume more energy. You want to conserve your energy. Your goal is to get to the summit. So whatever it takes to conserve energy to get there, you have to do it.
Wow.
Yes. So at that point, I had to conserve physical energy. I have to conserve mental energy. I have to conserve emotional and psychological energy to enable me to get to the summit. So my water, like I told you, I had ice. But my guy told me to turn the bottle upside down. Turn it upside down. So when the top is frozen, like when I want to drink it, I had to, turn it up again so I can have a place to maybe sip water, because it was freezing. It was freezing cold. I had frostbite. It was killing. It was really, really, really killing. But like I said, at some point your physical strength will fail you. What will keep you going is the psychological strength. It's the mental strength and the reward of the reward you will get when you finally get there. Take those pictures, hoist your nation's flag, and say, "Wow, I made it." At that point, you don't want to think of any contrary thoughts. You have to be positive. Yes, you have to be positive. I'm not trying to say people die there a lot, and the reason it's you go past what you can.
A breaking point.
Your breaking point. And it's dangerous, because most people there who are climbing, they are also weak. People they are also exhausted. So not much strength to convey somebody, because you've actually gone past the point. Of course, they warn you that you've got past the point where you get a rescue. So for you to for there to be a rescue in any way, you have to come down to a certain zone for there to be a rescue to come to you. So at that point, you may actually lose your life. And there is a place called Crater. When you are getting, as you're approaching the summit, there's a place called Crater. I think it's about 1,000 meters or something deep, filled with ice. So you have to be careful when you are trying to navigate. You have to be very careful not to lose your balance and
fall into that list.
I mean, it will be something else. It will definitely be something else. And this is, I don't think they have the technology. Even if they do use a satellite phone to put a call across to get a helicopter, before the rescue arrives, it may be too late for you. So the best thing is just you have to be fit. And if your body can't go that further, you'll notice that you've gotten to the point where you can no longer go further. Please start descending, and not just descending to the base. Start going down to where your body can where your body's used to. Yes, it's dangerous staying up there. Whatever thing that happens is dangerous staying up the mountain. Up there, whatever thing that happens to you is dangerous staying there, because at that point you can't breathe well. You're tired, you're physically exhausted, you're psychologically exhausted, you're mentally exhausted. That could spell doom. I'm not trying to discourage anybody,
you're saying the truth.
But it's just for you to be prepared, especially your cardiovascular strength. Work on it. Aerobic fitness is key, because even when your body fails.
Can we conclude here now that one of the reasons why you were able to conquer these mountains and other mountains that you've conquered is the fitness part of you? Because you didn't conquer Kilimanjaro just because you put together a 1 year or 2 years plan. You've been on this, more like you were born for this. Again, the words of Tupac comes to play. I was born not to make it, but I did.
Yeah.
Meaning that the odds were stacked against you from the beginning.
Yes.
And so you've been walking against the odds from day one, whether it is riding bicycle from Owerri to Lagos in 3 days, or riding bicycle from Lagos to Accra and back in 3 days, or riding to Abuja and facing all the nightmares, or going to Cameroon, going to DR Congo. You were building up for this. Now, have you built up enough? Or how long will it take you to build whatever it is you need to build to conquer Mount Everest?
Let me tell you something. I have this belief that you can start from nowhere and make it to the top. I don't want to tell maybe when I meet my younger ones, I start telling them all these things without actually doing it myself, because you'll be the best guide when you have done this yourself, like starting from nowhere and getting to the top. And because this is something I believe that it's possible that you can do, I said, let me use my life. Let me preach with my life. Yes. And that has it's the motivating factor for me. Like, I don't want to be telling you, oh, you can climb mountains, you can move mountains, and without, have you been to mountains before? I said, no. What does a mountain look like? No. But if I'm telling you can move mountains, I'm telling you from the point of someone who has actually
moved the mountain,
conquered
the mountain.
Exactly. That's the point I'm speaking from. So, building up for this, yeah, it's a process. It's a process. But I don't want to cut the process. I don't want to cut the process. Is the real thing. Is the main thing. Go through the process, have that experience, so you can look forward and tell Nigerians that yes, this is possible. We can actually start from nowhere and build a great nation. We can actually start from nothing. Stick to the process, work it out, and do great things. You can start from, you can do the impossible. Nothing is impossible.
True.
But I want to do it myself. I don't want to cut the process. I want people, by the time I'm done, it's not just only climbing Mount Everest. Look at what I'm doing. I'm doing what is called the Explorer's Grand Slam. The Explorer's Grand Slam is climbing the 7 highest mountains in each continent of the world. The nation's flag will be hoisted there. And after that, doing the 14 mountains that are higher than 8,000 meters in the Himalayas, and doing a trek to the North Pole and South Pole. I'll write a book on this. I'll document this, and God helping me, I'll hope to show it on Netflix and tell my story to Nigerians. I hope that by the time maybe somebody reads my story or hears my story or something, the person may be inspired to go to explore other planets. And together, true greatness will we'll have more and more great people. We'll have great people in Nigeria who are doing fantastic and great things out there. More and more great people will come out from this nation called Nigeria.
Now, with the experience you've gotten climbing about 4 different mountains already,
yes.
Can you confidently take on a novice, and by novice, a rookie, who's also got your kind of ambition, and say, okay, I want to train you? Now you go from, okay, as a caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Elegbete One of Sports.
Thank you very much. Good morning to you.
Yeah, my name is Matthias, calling from Ikorodu.
Matthias, you have Benjamin Chukwu in the studio today, so throw up your question to him.
Benjamin, good morning to you.
Good morning, Matthias.
You have done great for yourself and for this nation. your story is an inspiring one. Anybody that listening to your story, with the story of Elegbete One of Sport from beginning, this is a story that people buy ticket to go to cinema or to go and watch. I'm telling you, your story is a scary one, but it's an inspiring one.
Oh, yeah.
Well done.
Thank you.
My question is, like Elegbete One of Sport, you travel through the African. I want to go to Mount Everest. For this, with your amount of money you are going to spend, what is your expectation after climbing this mountain and come back? And are you planning with any sponsor to go to this Mount Everest? Because to spend 10 million naira, travel and come back, I know you are enjoying it for your fitness and for the sightseeing, and maybe in the future if you are going to write a book concerning it. So what is your interest, and what is with your gain after you have embarked on this journey and come back? I think that's my question for now.
Ross, it's over to you.
Okay. First of all, this is a feat I would really love to achieve in my lifetime.
Yeah.
And I feel what I will gain, when people ask me what I will gain, even if not monetarily, what I will gain is the courage. Because when you do stuff like this, when you have a project like this and you are able to do it successfully, there is this sense of accomplishment that you've accomplished something in your life. So when you want to do any other project in your life, you can have a reference of what you've done in the past, and it spills over. That's one of the things. When you look at people who have climbed the mountains and people who they have a history of they've overcome something difficult in their life before, so they can use the same, like I told you, apply the same principle in other things. So first of all, it's personal. You get what I'm saying? It's personal to me. Then the other ways you asked if I'm getting us if I'm gonna have a sponsor for this. I hope to get sponsors. Yes, I'm working towards that. If the sponsors come in, that will be fantastic. That will be fantastic. I love that. And also, if you asked the question about how this is going to turn into commercial. There are ways you can do that. You can be. I'm looking at actually shooting a movie that can be shown on Netflix. Yes, and if it's viewed on Netflix, I mean, I think it's a great thing for me. It's a great thing for me, and that sense of accomplishment, like I told you, will carry over to other areas of my life.
Yes, it would.
Yeah.
It definitely would. I mean, the story of 14 pigs is a life-changing story. It's not acted. It's somebody's real-life story.
Yeah.
You are listening to Elegbete TV Radio.